Many people these days tend to not appreciate many opportunities that they are given. Many take their life and the opportunities that they are presented with for granted. In order to better appreciate everything that you have, we have come up with 3 ways to better appreciate everything. The first step is to focus on the positive things. Whenever something happens, whether it be good or bad, always think the positive that can come out of it. The second step is to thank one person that made your day better each and every day. We found that this tends to make you think about other good things and overall just be a more positive person. The last step is to better appreciate everything in your life is to take a minute each day before you go to bed to stop and think about what made your day better in general. Whether it be big or small, there has to be at least one thing that made your day a little bit better. This will help you to better appreciate the little things as they happen and overall be a happier person. Each of us has had a personal experience that opened our eyes. It opened our eyes to how closed-minded we were and how unappreciative we have been. I never appreciated my grandfather until he passed away last year. When my cousins and I were little, we would be like any little kids and cause trouble, and he would always be there to tell us that it wasn't okay. And we used to think that he was just trying to be mean, but as we grew up, we realized that he was just really trying to make us better people. And now that I'm older, I realize this, and I appreciate it a lot more. Even as I grow up, I still don't appreciate my grandparents and everybody that I have in my life as much as I should. I definitely take my mom for granted just because she's amazing, and she still makes my lunch. I took for granted that I still have grandparents besides him that still care about me, and whether it be whatever it be, they will be there for me. After all of this, I kind of feel selfish for not appreciating him more. I still find myself not appreciating people the way I should. Just yesterday, I had an opportunity to go see my grandma, but didn't because I was watching TV and I didn't want to go. I'm young, and although I know that people won't always be around for me or around at all, I don't fully understand the magnitude of that.
When I first came to Illinois, it was unbearable. I didn't like it. My parents' attitude about it was horrible. I never liked it. I still don't. I miss Texas, all the little things, all the big things. I miss the people, the way people would talk, even the bad stuff that happened. I still miss it because it was enjoyable. Well, when I played football in Texas, it was much more enjoyable. I actually played instead of just warming the bench. It was much more enjoyable to play rather than just watching everyone else have fun, and I just miss it a lot. It makes me appreciate all the things I took for granted there, like free sports and free school and all the other stuff. And I wish I wouldn't have taken it for granted like I did. Like, even the simplest things there were just so amazing, and I really wish that I could have them all back, and I will. But I have them there now. I miss even the little things like my old teachers, the little donut shop by my school, the weather especially because it sucks here. It's really cold, and my mom makes me wear shorts now. I mean, she makes me wear pants all the time. And it's horrible. Like, the best thing is about being in Texas where that everyone treated me like family, and it was just it was amazing. Like, all my best friends, we didn't really think of each other as friends. We thought of each other as brothers, and I do kind of have that feeling here when I play football, but I felt more like related to them because they'd always do things for me that really no one else would. Like if I ever didn't have something, they'd all like do something to compensate or something. Or if I needed a ride, they were there, and I miss all that. Like it was amazing. But the reason I came here was to support and like be with my grandpa because he was dying of cancer, and if I didn't spend the last few months with him, I feel real bad because he's always supported me. He's my best friend. I've never been. He's been my best friend, and I just don't know what I'd do without him. He supported me with financially, with my parents' problems, and grade and goal wise, he's just been there. And we originally planned to stay here 2 years, but since he got surgery done to make him better, he's gonna live a few more years, and that's all I could ask for in life. And he taught me to better appreciate lives and the places where I've been. He is my best friend. He'll always be my best friend, and I appreciate all he's done and all the support he's given me while here and while I live in Texas.
So, I don't know about you guys, but I love old people. I think they're so cute, they're wrinkly, they tell the best stories. At a young age, I nicknamed my grandma Guys and my grandpa Dadu. I don't know why, but I just did. So growing up, we were always really close because I lived really close to them, and we'd always go out, go shopping, go to the park, have sleepovers with me and my 2 younger sisters, Sydney and Avery. But in the 5th grade, my parents got a divorce, and that ended with me, my mom, and my 2 sisters moving out and moving in with my grandparents. And of course, I wasn't thrilled with the situation, but I was thrilled to be with my grandparents all the time. After a while, though, I couldn't really take it anymore because it was hard living with 3 adults now and having them control all your moves and all of putting all their rules on you. So it went pretty good for a while, but then I started to get a really bad attitude because I wasn't really appreciating the opportunities that I was given with them. I got to the point where I started to be embarrassed of them. My grandpa's the type to tell a story for anything, and that would always embarrass me. For example, in the 7th grade, I tore my ACL, and I just remember the story that when we went to the doctors, the doctor was telling me my diagnosis, and then my grandpa starts rambling on about his old doctor stories in the war, and the doctor seemed so uninterested and annoyed, and I was so embarrassed. But I don't know why, because now, after a few years, we've moved out, and I miss them so much, and I realize how much I should have appreciated them when I lived with them. And it sucks that many times people don't appreciate things until they don't have them anymore. And it makes me mad how I treated them and how I took them for granted. I now look at other things in my life and realize that I also do that for a lot of other things, and I believe many other people also do that. I believe many people don't think that everyday life is an opportunity, but it is. For example, we all complain about school. We wake up early, all of the homework, all of the stuff we don't care about, but some parents would die to be able to send their kids to a school like ours, and they would die for their kids to have opportunities like us in clubs or athletics. So we don't truly appreciate things or people until we have them, until we don't have them, and that isn't a good way of life. The other day, my friend was complaining about football and how he wants it to be over. The guy whose parents didn't allow him to play, and he would do anything to get on the field, got real upset. Many people of the world need to think of their life in a good way. Through reminiscing about our lives, we have come up with 3 ways for everyone to appreciate the things they have. The first is to think positive. It's very easy to be down on a bad day, but what's the point of making yourself sad? If something happened, you can't go back and change it. Therefore, you just need to look ahead at the future and think of the positive. Each and every day, something good has happened, even if it's as little as the school having your favorite lunch or not hitting any red lights. Those are things to be happy about. No one else can control your day. It's up to you to choose how you feel. No one can make you mad or sad or frustrated. It's up to you. There's no reason to drown in the negative when it's your choice of how your day will be.
The second way to live a better life is to appreciate the good people you have in your life. Every day, your teachers do their best to help you learn. Friends are there for you during hard times, and your parents are there to make you dinner and get your necessities. Take a second out of every day to thank those people. People need to recognize how much people actually do for you. Even if it's just holding a door or lending you a pencil, those little acts of kindness can change a person's day, because you never know what can be going on with them. Always remember to thank those who do something for you, because if you don't take time to recognize those people and appreciate their acts of kindness, it can discourage them to continue being a kind person.
The third and final way to live a happy life is appreciate the opportunities you were given. As I mentioned before, as I mentioned before, I was given better opportunities in Texas to play football, whereas here I wasn't, and I missed those opportunities I had, and it just saddens me to think that some people here don't have opportunities because you would have to pay here, and I know a lot of schools here, or a lot of schools in Illinois, you wouldn't have to pay, but some people still can't play because of things like disabilities or family issues, and it's sad, and I don't think it's fair, and they should be given fair opportunities that we should. I used to take it for granted, but I don't take anything for granted now.
Many kids don't have nearly as good as a life as we had. My aunt went to Rwanda to be a nurse for about 2 years. There were no showers and you couldn't drink the water. We definitely take showering and water for granted. We need to appreciate the little things and be thankful for our lives. If we take a few minutes every day thinking of all the opportunities you were given that day, people would be a lot more appreciative. So every night, take a minute. Take a minute to think about your day. Think of the positives, think of the good people who impacted it, and think of all those opportunities you were given. Every day, if you do this, I guarantee you'll be a lot happier and more thankful for your life. Thank you.